Working on the Fox body. Seems like we were here about a year ago where I was changing out these gaskets, and we had some oil pan issues and things like that on the 5.0. This is a GT. It's a 93 fastback Fox body. It's one of the good ones. Um, a lot of people seem to like this model this year because it was the last Fox body year. Uh, it's the 5.0, the GT. Um, this one is no longer a 302, but a 306. Uh, nice big, nice F cam. It's got a lot of BBK parts, fuel rails, headers, exhaust, things of that nature. Tonight, this week, I have been yesterday and today, kind of tearing the front end of it apart. The only problem with this working on the 5.0 sometimes is actually getting to a timing chain cover, which you have to remove most of the front of the car, radiator, clutch fan, things like that, which gets a little tedious to do something of that nature, because when you change that oil pan down there, which you kind of see hanging, I don't know what the quality is. There's normally crap on YouTube, but for live versions, but down there you'll see that oil pan kind of hanging out at an angle, and that oil pan shares a gasket with the timing chain cover. When that happens, when you break the seal on that oil pan, I normally replace the timing chain gasket as well. Now, you don't have to take it all the way apart. I had some coolant issue leaks and things like that. So while I'm in there, I kind of did one of these, hey, I might as well change everything at one shot, one kill. I already have the front end of the car basically torn apart. Again, while I'm in there. The problem with these things are, and the reason I'm making this video is a lot of people don't know this, but they're kind of a pain in the butt. The 5.0 engine overall is pretty easy to work on, as long as you just take it out. But it's actually a lot faster, I keep saying that, to pull the engine and do that work than it is actually to kind of do all this work, in my opinion. It is what it is, and I didn't really want to pull the motor. I just wanted to, attempt it this way, so I did. I've got the engine hoisted. I have a hoist right here, kind of holds it up to a certain point. I've jacked it up, or pulled it up as far as I can. And then I luckily have a 4-post lift with 2 scissor jacks in the middle of it, which is extremely convenient. You can see all my Fox body parts over here. It's very, it's organized. It doesn't look like it, but it is very organized. Oh, so I'm lucky to have a scissor lift. So if you come over here, you can check out what I'm doing here. Now, this Fox body has a lot of work done to it. It's never left Korea. I actually bought and paid for in Korea through the military auto sales, something we call MAS. And then it's kind of bounced between soldier and contractor and civilian employees over here for the USFK, United States Forces Korea. This car has never been to the States. I mean, it's probably put together in a simple States, but when it was shipped over here, brand new, it's never been back. This is the only Fox body in South Korea. That's what I said. The only Fox in South Korea. So this is kind of cool. Well, I've never seen one, and all the car gangs and everything I hang out with, they've never seen one. So if there is one hiding somewhere, I haven't seen it, and I'm all over the place in South Korea with cars. So basically what I did was, this car is equipped with quite a few cool little features. One of those happened to be a sweet K member under there. Reinforcements coming out the side. This side doesn't have it, but the other side does. Let me lock this in place here so it doesn't fall and kill me, and you guys get more entertainment than you pay for. But come hither, light. So what I've done is, you can see where I've used a scissor lift, which is extremely convenient to lift the body up. That way, when you unbolt the K member, which also has the engine mounts there and chair. So there's your engine mounts for the engine, right? And they're attached to the K member. So once you hoist the engine, or you have it supported, you can undo the motor mounts here. Make sure you don't force this or anything like that until you get it hoisted. You know, just be careful. This is not cool. But once you support the engine, go ahead and you can unbolt the K-member with the supports in place but not lifted yet. So just go ahead and put the supports in place on the frame rail, which they already see them there and there. Make sure your scissor jack is secure. And then once that happens, you can drop these bolts on the K-member, and you can actually put a lot of force on this K-member. You can see it kind of moving. You can see the whole section moving there. Now the reason you got to do all this is because this motherfucking oil pan, okay, kind of hard to get away with shenanigans when you're the only fox. It is very, very hard to get away with a lot of stuff I do because of the way I look. So, and the cars that I drive. So you're right. My Jeep is extremely famous in South Korea with the law. So, anyways, the oil pan on these stupid cars. Okay, I'm sorry if you're a Fox Body fan. I am, to a certain extent. I think they're really cool cars. They have this gigantic double sump oil pan. Now, this isn't aftermarket. This is actually a stock oil pan. But you can see the double sump. Look at this thing here, right? This is the rear. That's the front sump. It even has a drain point on the front too. It's right there. Well, you can barely see it. It's right there. So to get this son of a bitch up and over the steering rack and the K-member, it is a complete. It'll infuriate you basically. Unless somebody out there has some kind of magical way to do this that I don't know of. Most everybody just pulled the engine when I went to YouTube, and I was like, I can do it without doing that, you know, shortcut. But you can get it all the way out here. I mean, look how much room this has to maneuver. But the damn oil pickup is up here, you know, and it's just it's just a pain in the ass. I'll be honest with you. So right now I have this hoisted up pretty far. You can see my tires are totally off the ground. Right there, and I get no more droop. There's no more flex in these tires. You get no more flex in the cross member, right? They're to their point. You know, they're off the frame a good 5 inches, maybe, something like that, you know? So all that's off. And it just will not flex down. It'll flex forward a little bit more, which I might have to bring somebody in here, another friend of mine here, and go ahead and pull this forward and try to push this back and up and out. I did it last time, but I think I had the engine hoisted a little bit further up. But this time, you know, I didn't hoist it incredibly far. I mean, it's leaning almost on the firewall, so I mean, you can't go much further. Yeah, man, this will straight up piss you off here because it's right there. It just will not come off. So I didn't have the correct gasket last time. Really didn't matter. It didn't leak anywhere right here. What I noticed was after I installed this thing, it had a hairline fracture in it up here. Somehow, don't know, don't ask. So I said, well, I'm in there. So I bought a new oil pan. Well, me being me, I probably ordered this at 2 a.m. or whatever off Rock Auto. And I forgot the damn sensor. I ordered the wrong one. So now I got to drill the new one, which is over here. At least it has like the indentation for it, right? So now I got to drill another hole in this motherfucker and get the sensor in there. I mean, it's okay, you know, whatever. It is what it is. You know, shit happens. So, yeah, I got that and got all the gaskets in here. Well, there's your oil pan gasket. Some pretty cool little, well, that's all you really need. And then I have every other gasket. Now, those of you who know this car, know me, will laugh because I probably have about 8 of these. I just order them each time because they're so freaking cheap. And I don't feel like digging for them because I have a box of like 5 tote boxes full of Mustang parts. Because when this car jumped hand to hand to hand to all the other people in Korea, you know, soldiers, they don't have the time on their hands. They have all the time on their hands. So they order parts. 5.0 Mustang parts are pretty cheap, some of them. Civilians, you know, contractors, same thing. You know, they were throwing money and parts and everything else at this car, and it just, you know, ended up being what it is. And it's fuel injected, F cam. You know, it's a 306 now. It's you know, the K member out. It's got BBK everything on it. Just a very, very cool car. So kind of can't wait to get back on the road. But that oil pan is a massive pain in the butt. Anyways, just wanted to kind of, you know, get you guys a little update of what I'm doing tonight. My buddy's outside making a forge. You want to go check that out? It's pretty cool. We've kind of like, we want to make some knives and swords and stuff. So we started our new refrigerator. It's pretty cool. We started making a forge because I want to make some swords. More like a Japanese katana. Here's Robert out here making his stuff. Got a fire going on. Oh, you done burning stuff?
Yep, got them all three done.
Oh, all three supports here. Robert basically he threw them in the fire over there. He forged these up, and they kind of sit around this. This is an argon to work a tank. Well, it's an argon tank, I remember. So, yeah, if I remember correctly, unhook the steering shift and drop the back down. Yeah, for the transmission, right? I've already done that. I'm sorry, I didn't cover that in the video. I've already released the transmission bolts, actually. So it is free to flex. But yeah, so Robert's been working on the forge there. Yeah. Huh?
You know how those things were forged?
Yeah, and then the little fire.
They were forged in fire.
They're forged in fire, okay. Anyways, this is cool too. It's also a new sponsor we got, MT Savers, Mechanic Time Savers. These things are pretty sweet. They have this like ability to lock. So when you throw your tools in there, the whole thing locks there. Just, you know, it's there. This is all magnetic, so you can put it on basically anything. I'll show you what I mean. Show you what I mean over here. Check this out. Here is a complete set. Pretty cool. They sent me over these things. They have there's quarters, 3/8, and halves. And this is pretty cool too. This is a pretty cool little option. You just kind of throw your tool in there. I mean, it's just, as my son would say, it's extremely satisfying. You know, that's the thing right now, I think, amongst the youth. But, you know, stuff like that, you'd be able to throw like, bam. This is really cool stuff. I mean, yeah, so mtsavers.com you can find these gear at. These also are locking, so check this out. Like, you can move it up and down, right? You can move it whatever you want to do. And then when you twist it, there you go. Twist it to the left. Now it's like, you can't move it. It doesn't fall out or move or anything. Twist it back to the right, and then you'll have, you know, which is funny because lefty lock now, not lefty loosey, tighty righty, right? Lefty lock, righty remove. You guys remember that one? It's kind of funny. I haven't utilized them all just yet. I'm kind of like, you know, putting this thing together, getting them all situated, and yeah, going that route. But overall, yeah, pretty cool. New sponsor there, mtsavers.com. They have sent us some really cool gear, including these Mechanic Time Saver magnet plates, which while I'm working on the vehicle, I can sit there and throw, which is kind of funny. I don't have anything up there, but you can throw like tools and bolts and whatever you're messing with, so that way you can kind of keep track of everything, you know, in case you don't want to lose them. Put all your 10 mils on there, so you don't lose any 10 mils, people. Anyways.
Put your sockets on there too.
Oh, so Robert just threw a socket on there for you guys. Anyways. Anyways, those are pretty cool. MT Savers. They got a bigger one. Hold on. I got it down here. Okay. Boom. There's a bigger version of it. That's with the Jeep Builds logo on there. If you guys haven't checked out Jeep Builds, go check out Jeep Builds. We just hit 40,000 subscribers over on Jeep Builds Instagram. There's a massive giveaway, not a small giveaway, not a medium, a massive giveaway for the 40,000. So if you're into Jeeps and things like that, go to Instagram over at Jeep Builds and check us out over there. Yeah, I'll try to put a a link down below. But man, if you don't know how to use Instagram, I'm not sure what you're doing with your life. But Instagram, go over there, Jeep Builds, or at Jeep Builds. You can see it right there. Go over there. Huge giveaway going on right now for the 40,000 subscriber milestone. And then also, while you're over there, visit Project Never Done at Instagram. I want to thank you guys. Go ahead and subscribe, please. I know the video quality sometimes is not that great on the live. Subscribe, please. Hit that bell for notifications. Give me that thumbs up, thumbs down. If you give me a thumbs down, please give me the reason why. I like critiquing. I want to know what I did wrong. What did I do wrong, people? Anyways, this is Brandon James, man. I hope you guys have a great night. You guys be safe working on your stuff. Be safe driving. And yeah, get out there and do some projects. Later.